Welcome to Journey JavaFX. This is the season 2 episode number 6. In previous episodes, we create the model and also the connection. So in this episode, we are going to consume the connection to create a table based on the method we just created in the model. All right, let's get into it. To create a table, it's more like say if we already have the table in the database, just keep using it. Otherwise, we create a new one. And luckily for Sqlite, it has this function built into that create a table function. So it's pretty handy. We don't need to track. So yeah, it will handle this automatically for us. To do that is pretty simple. In previous 2 episodes, we create this method to give us the SQL script that creates this table, right? And inside of this script, we put in something new, which is say create a table. If not exist, it's more like do the checking for us. So this part comes handy. This is the only new part I added to this method. Okay, to do that is pretty simple. So for now, let's take a look at the journey.db database. What's in it? To open it is pretty simple. Just use our Sqlite Studio GUI. This one is already there. Let me just delete it. Let's do it all over again. So what I'm going to do is copy the path of this database file, and then go to the tool, say connect or add a database. Open it. Let's put in this part. Okay, db.journey is right here. Let's open it. So now let's test connection. It's good. Say okay. Okay, so now this one is connected. To connect it, it's very easy. Click on it. Then here is the connect button. Click on it. So we see, okay, in this database, we have tables and views. In our project, we don't worry about the views. So yeah, but for now, there's no table, right? We are going to make a kind of thing which gonna create a table, which is, run this kind of script. All right. To do that, because we are still handling the DB stuff, so under the database, I'm going to create another class. I'm gonna take a shortcut, just copy paste whatever the connect one we already have. Let's call it create. Okay, IntelliJ is smart enough to change the name here. We don't need to do it manually. But the name here gonna be changed a little bit. You know what? We do it in our test bench first. It's just a lot easier. Let's go back to our controller. In the test bench, we have this connection, and then we just add something here. The first thing we need is a statement. Let's call it statement equals to connection dot create statement, right? And then we're gonna execute this statement. To do that is like statement dot execute. Simple enough, right? And then inside of here, we're gonna pass in the function we created under model dot story dot get create table SQL, right? So up to now, the table should be created. Let's run it. Test looks great. Let's go back to our Studio GUI tool. Let's do a refresh. This button. Yeah, refresh. You see, we got one table here. Double click on it. It will show the whole thing. Say all those columns we have and whatever. Once we click on this data tab, it will show all the data is there because it's a brand new one, so nothing here. We can manually add a dummy one. So that's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Save it. All right. But the reason why I'm doing this is more like, we are going to run the same thing again to test out the if not exists one works, right? Because we don't want to create new tables every single time, right? Our purpose is if it's there, just do nothing. We are going to use the existing one. So we're gonna say new. We're gonna run it. They click on the test and go back to see if our record is still here. If it's still here, it means the if not exist part works, right? I'm gonna click on this button to refresh the table data. Yeah, the data is still there. So the create table part works perfectly. But it works okay. I want to make it even better because we already have the create portion, right? To do this, it's more like we're gonna create a method under the create part. So it's gonna be move all of this into the create part. So this one will be like void, and let's say create table. Overwrite all of this and say the connection is new, okay, and then this statement, and then this goes. Cool. We just need to add one logger here. Let's say, logger.info. Say prepare table starts, and in the end we're gonna say prepare table ends, and also this part logger.info say connection is closed. I should keep it plus connection dot is closed, right? Something like this. Let's run it again, but this time we're gonna consume the new created method. What we're gonna do is just call it db dot create dot what? 8. Oh, we gotta put a static. Yeah, in this way we don't need to create a new instance of it. Create dot table. That's it. Let's do the same thing again. So we are expecting, the data is still here. Test. Let's go back to see the log. Okay. Connection application starts. DB create prepare starts. Connection is ready. True. Is closed. True. Prepare table ends. And in our table, do a refresh. Yeah, the data is still there. All right, so I guess we finished all those preps. So in next episode, we're gonna working on insert some data and see how it goes. All right, see you in the next one.